their dynamic.
I saw Guardians of the Galaxy oddly, and when they came in, I was like, oh shit, why they here? And then like I didn't know the spell dude. That was the only one I did.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I did not know him.
I know who that
One
is.
of his movie didn't do great at the like box office because he's not like a premier person in the Marvel world. But it was a really good. I recommend. It's on Netflix. I recommend it.
Yeah, that was the only one that I was like,
he's like legitimately the most important person in the whole series right now because of his ability.
In that movie, he was
are you
really
finna go
good.
see that movie anytime soon? Peter?
No.
Can somebody please explain to me when dude like they keep showing that meme of somebody fading away?
Yeah, I can explain it. Spoilers for the people that have not watched the movie. Right now, this is a part where you click off if you don't want it to be spoiled. But this show is coming out a week after the movie. You should have fucking saw it already. Half of the world fades away,
and so
turns into dust. And Spider-Man, Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, Groot,
Captain America.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not, Derek. No, he did not, Derek.
Did somebody say
he's part
Captain
of Phase
America
1.
died yesterday?
That was you.
That was him.
I said Iron Man.
yeah.
I
He
trolled.
said Iron Man died.
This is basically half of the population. Fucking Samuel Jackson faded away. Half the cast fades away because Thanos snapped his fingers with the 6 Infinity Stones, and he wiped out half the population. So whenever you see that, that's because Spider-Man, the most tear-jerking moment of the movie, fucking faded into dust.
Because he said,
Here it is, Mr. Stark. I don't feel too good. Y'all want it? I fucking cried.
You cried?
because y'all know I'm invested in these movies. Like this is my shit. You know, you want to hear something crazy? What? You know how like all the other people just faded away and they had no idea that they were fading? You know why he did?
Why?
The fucking Spidey senses, Derek. He sensed that something bad was about to happen, and he sensed that he was about to fucking die.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know, right? And then
I love Spider-Man, but I'm old. I like Tobey Maguire.
this guy's better than Tobey Maguire, and it's hard for me to say because I did like Tobey Maguire. This guy's way better, because Tobey Maguire was a fucking 40-year-old man when he was playing him. This guy's an actual teenager.
Yeah. Okay.
So he actually plays the role of a teenager well. You know what was so sad about this? It's not that he died. I'm not even a big Spider-Man fan. The reason that it was so sad is because he apologized for dying. He said, "I'm sorry, Mr. Stark." He was sorry about dying.
Mr. Stark is an Iron Man?
Yeah. Because in the Spider-Man movie, Mr. Stark was like,
you can't be he didn't allow him to be an Avenger.
Right, and he said, because if you die or something happened to you, it would be the worst thing to happen to my conscience. So I guess in this moment, he realized that, damn, me dying is really going to do some shit to Mr. Stark, because early in that movie, he said he had a dream.
Can you jog my memory, bro? Didn't he walk away from that?
Walk away from what?
In that last Spider-Man movie, he's talking to Mr. Stark, he tried to offer, didn't he offer him to be an Avenger?
Yeah, he offered to be
but he
an
walked
Avenger.
away.
He said
But then in this movie, Mr. Stark's like mid battle, like
okay,
you're an Avenger, and then Spider-Man was like touched. They do him and Spider-Man and Mr. Stark used to do shit like mid battle, like they would just start having conversations
because they're like the snarky ones, the funny ones. So yeah. It was really dope, man.
Like they'll be mid fight.
How long was the movie?
2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah,
That's go to sleep type shit.
Because there are 24 characters that you need to know and understand. They all got different shit.
So the movies before has no correlation to
they
them?
all do.
Yeah.
So I would have to watch all of them.
No, not necessarily.
Because I understood, and I just didn't know like the dude.
Not necessarily.
I know who Doctor Strange is, but I don't know where I know him from, but I just know who that is.
You didn't have to see all the movies. No, you didn't have to. But
you kind of have to know.
It benefits you. It benefits you to know.
If you know the character somewhat, yeah,
or their abilities, or what they're good at, or their personalities. That all helps.
If you've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you might be lost. You might be wondering who are they.
Why the fuck is there
a raccoon
and a big tree?
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
I thought that was decent.
I'm Groot.
Because they're not like, so we know Spider-Man, we know Iron Man from like TV shows back when we were kids and shit. This Guardians of the Galaxy didn't have the TV shows or anything. They just had comics.
Y'all going to see Deadpool too?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Everything in Marvel.
That shit look decent. Deadpool 2 look decent. And did y'all see who was in there?
Terry Crews and
Van, yes, from Atlanta. She's in there. That shit was decent. And she looks sexy. Is she sexy or what?
Yeah.
She sexy?
Sometimes she is, but
sometimes she's average as hell. Exactly. That's why I'm like. That's why it's a question that I keep coming up with. Like, is she sexy or not? And people have continually hit me up and said, "Hey, I want to thank y'all so much." Atlanta, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched the episode since.
I haven't watched. I'm one episode behind.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not ending well. I'm not liking the way it's ending. I haven't seen the last episode because the dude was spoiler for me. Shout out to bro because he DM'd me. It was like, my bad, I thought you had seen it.
All right, you did.
But the episodes before that, when like they have these
you
personal...
like the Paperboy getting jumped on?
Nah. Not too much. It's not a bad episode, but I want to see all of them as a whole, like it was first season where we seen a little bit of him, and then a little bit of him, instead of just one-off episodes where we focusing on one character, one individual. That was cool when he got like a haircut. When Lakeith, I don't know his name, his character, I forget his name.
Darius.
Okay, yeah, when Darius has his little trip thing with Michael Jackson type dude, that was cool. But after that, I thought, okay, let's get back to the series.
You know what's one thing I did think was funny? When Ern had that money and he gave it to that one guy, because dude was like, yeah, I could flip that shit, man. You get like 10 times back. And as soon as he used that car, he was like, you got 5 minutes for that to activate.
Paperboy homie?
Yeah.
And he had to get on the bus with all that shit. Oh yeah, I gotta hit the last episode, man.
I seen half of it because on demand it just stopped. I'm like, what the fuck do y'all be doing? So now I gotta just record it every week. Right. Because on demand fucking suck.
I could dead ass talk about Infinity War for like 2 hours and 45.
Oh, we had a through the wire question. We forgot.
Yeah, then we fuck. We'll save it.
Somebody asked me a good question too. He's like, well, I don't know if it's a good question, but he was like, which Atlanta character do you relate to the most?
Ern.
Darius.
Your ass is a little slow.
I don't know about
Your ass look like Paperboy.
You look like Paperboy. I said Ern just because I managed flex, but
I said Ern because he's kind of a dork, kind of awkward in a way, and I think I'm the same way.
He do. You don't look like Paperboy.
No, it's the hair. Like y'all got similar like linings. If that does that make sense, or am I tripping? Like from like the forehead up, you kind of look like him. But that's it.
And you got that team dark skin in you too.
Yeah.
I'm team light skin. I don't know what y'all.
You
talking
forgot.
But now, what was you talking about Kanye?
What did it say? Oh,
you said something before the show?
He been releasing. I don't even know if they seen
that.
He
Popular
been
Scooped Out shit ain't no nothing, but
that actually was kind of hot.
What?
The beat at least for the skip-a-doo-doop-a-dee. That shit.
That shit
was kind of hot.
Do y'all really take him serious in the shit he's saying, or do you think he's doing that because he has an album coming out?
That's the question, right? I don't know if okay.
Because this has caused a lot of uproar.
Right. And whether he's serious or not, that shit is literally irrelevant to me. What he believes as politics or in life, why do people care so much?
Because let me tell you, Contrell, let me tell you. People have been saying, like, that's a valid argument. Like, oh, man, it's all about the music. But when you do buy into music, you buy into that person. Especially when they come off a certain way early in their career. And people are subject to change. Like, nobody get rich to stay the same. That is a fact. I don't care what nobody says.
Shit, you can stay poor and still
exactly.
You know what that reminded me of? That T.I. like that Kanye thing? Do you remember he was in a party with Delano and he was talking to us? He's like, he just wanted.
Don't even bring that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you because
no, it's relevant, but it's.
I've heard this story 1,000 times.
No. Basically, he was like the reason why he wanted to think different is because he didn't want to be like everybody else.
Yeah, that's some.
So that's why I felt. That's what I felt like Kanye was. He was just like everybody thinks this way. I'm gonna try to stand out,
even if I don't necessarily believe it. I just want to be different. That's stupid.
And a lot of people are doing that, so you're not even being different. Everybody's trying to be different. That being different isn't even different. Number one,
like believing the world is flat. You trying to be different, but you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong.
I don't know, but yeah, but back to what I was saying. Like when you buy into like an artist and their music and their story and what they're telling you, you begin to buy into them as a person. Because like basketball is different. Now that is I can see that point because you don't know anything from that. They're not giving you opinions. They just playing a sport. But when you rapping and you telling a story and you trying to give us something about your life and what you think and what you view, we begin to buy into a person. So for him to be, like for instance, perfect example, Eminem is a great rapper, right?
Very great.
Everybody up here like and respect Eminem, right?
Respected at least.
So now if he came out, it was like, man, he's like, yeah, fuck them niggas. I've been racist this whole time. I mean, I didn't know that they was gonna like my music, but I don't fuck with. Y'all gonna be like, oh man, shit, he can rap good. Fuck, he racist. That's him on his own time. That's his personal life. I still like that he's a rapper.
Remember he did that. I don't know if it was a freestyle, but he did that thing against Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He came out with that. And
that was on the Cypher.
Right? Yeah, Cypher.
And retrospect, that was kind of a trash verse. If we being honest. The message was fine.
I haven't heard like a crazy M verse in a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm not checking for him either.
Yeah,
but that's my point is like, you can say that it's just about the music, but like if Eminem did say that, or you found out he was racist, you would be like, damn, You know what I mean? You wouldn't just be like, oh, but his music.
'cause,
Exactly.
Like, from everything that I learned about him, I wouldn't.
Exactly. So it's like you can't just say it's just the music.
But
Right.
from
you're
Kanye's like perspective, I've always known him to be as like a radical, especially as of late. He's like probably past decade. He's always been a radical person. So I'm not surprised he's doing that. But yeah, I don't approve.
I
of
completely
it, but
understand
yeah.
that. I completely understand that. But I can also understand his fans that have seen him go from George Bush don't like black people to,
Wearing the
That's
fucking
the point down
mad.
the-
you know, like that's a complete change. And like I said, people are going to change over time. But that is just like super different. You know what I'm saying? Then he got sounds about, you know, Obama being a Black Panther, or, you know what I mean, I was born to be different, all this type of stuff. It is just it's a complete different change. And then the other thing is, we don't really hear from him consistently. So it's like you just coming up and talking when you have an album coming out. So it's like, I don't even know if to believe him. Like I was, you know, me and Catrell said stuff about Kanye before he was making them things. You said somebody needed to take his phone before he ever made
That's
that.
when he's putting all those fucking ugly pictures.
Just
of
weird
clothes.
shit, yeah, just weird shit. I said I don't like Kanye as the person before he ever said anything about Donald Trump, just because it's like,
And then people go look at those tweets and think we talking politics.
Politics,
We not.
yeah.
I don't tweet politics. You know why? Because I don't fucking care.
Right.
I don't care if you're conservative.
I
or
only talk
liberal.
about things that I like. Yesterday, I made a tweet that was like, I just can't believe how over 200 years removed from the Star Spangled Banner, and that's still our national anthem, because it has a third verse. What a lot of people don't know, it's a third verse that disses black people for fighting for their freedom, because in the 1800s, it was a war, and they was the Battle of Bladensburg, which is right outside of DC. British was coming to attack, and the dude who wrote the song, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner, Francis, what's his last? I forget his last name, but Francis Scott Key. He was the lieutenant of the people that was supposed to stop the British. British came over, they won. The Americans couldn't handle it. What the British did was they came when they was in Maryland, which was a part where a lot of slaves, where they was like, oh shit, this is what a lot of slaves is. The dude, Alexander Cochrane, they commander for the British, had put out a proclamation that was like, hey, if you a slave and you want to be free, come fight with us and you'll be free. So the slaves like, shit, wouldn't you do that if you was a slave and you could just fight for your freedom? They're like, shit. So they did it. So when they lost, the British took some prisoners from the Americans. And one of the prisoners was an acquaintance of Francis Scott Key. So of course he wanted to get his homie out. So him and a dude who, negotiated to set the prisoners free, they went to meet with the British. The British like, okay, cool, we'll give you your guy back, because he brought some letters that proved that the Americans treated the British soldiers good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, we'll give you your guy back after we bomb Baltimore. So Francis Scott Key is with the British, and he's watching them bomb Baltimore, and at the end of the 25-hour bombing, he sees the American flag waving, and that's what the opening parts of the song is about. And so that inspires him to write the Star Spangled Banner. But then he was also a little salty that he lost to the British at first, and that the blacks was helping. So he got the little diss in the third verse. But it's like, at that time, that was probably acceptable. It was no big deal, right? That was a different time. But now we in 2018. This is a totally different time. And that the national anthem, represent like an anthem. If we had some girls in here, we said, play a song that's your anthem, that represents you. And the girl said, bands will make her dance. You know she's a stripper. Like, that represents you. So when you have a national anthem that represents the country, that represents it. So if you have a song that's...
Damn, I almost forgot. What's up, man?
What up, bro?
I think playing instruments is some of the greatest shit.
Shout out to Uncle Nuki.
For real, bro. I almost bought a trumpet yesterday. Swear to God, I looked straight at it. I was like, I can't play that shit and not get emotional.
Right.
It's fun. I love
What the
that.
fuck?
I love playing the trumpet.
What the fuck?
It was funny that people didn't believe me when I said that.
I had to ask them, were you serious? Because I didn't
Me and him played together. We played the same instrument.
That's funny. You was blowing that mother.
No, you gotta live.
I was actually number one. I was like the number one trumpet.
Damn, y'all had one first child? You're mad.
I was gone after the second year.
Where were you when you wasn't gone, though?
He was number two.
Mike a funny ass guy, too.
But I did buy myself.
I do say, are you fans of Pump and Smoke Perp? Instead of Mike just answering the question, they're not my go-tos. I almost comment like,
I
nigga,
started listening to the music.
they asked this question, are you fans of Pump and Perp?
You make it seem like that's a bad thing.
Exactly.
They say, well, I listen to their music, but they're not like my go-to.
He didn't ask if they were your go-tos. He asked, "Are you fans?"
It's pretty much like this.
But are you a fan? He didn't ask.
I'm a fan of a lot of motherfuckers.
Right, so he's asking about them specifically.
Sure.
Right. I'm like, this nigga Mike crazy.
They just expanded.
I don't know where the weapon.
Who your go-tos? The Go Wayne? I see that shit. Nigga, you don't listen to no damn Wayne.
Shit, I got to first the Rick though.
Your ass know you like Boosie.
Hell no.
Who you say was better than Boosie?
Lil Pump. I did that too.
I know.
I told him to delete that tweet.
I know that. Right, Boosie fans crazy, but they whoop your ass. Boosie badass. Let's get it, Mike. Hurry, I'm at your way.
Hit a shot, my man. Go tell his kill, bro. He lit.
Y'all all on bro dick. Talking mad shit.
This one above you.
Don't fucking disrespect me.
This one above you, bro.
I need the shotgun again.
I know.
I'm gonna get him a quick couple minutes of this gameplay.
Oh, you go. Oh. Damn, good 18.
That's
the fuck?
That's what I was talking about, that jumping shit, bro. That
No,
shit
wait, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
never landing here then.
No, that's everywhere. You didn't see Terrence? Terrence posted a story of him. I mean, posted a story.
What?
You know,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why they put that shit in there, bro.
What the fuck? And I got no mats even to go fight the niggas. Why would they do that?
I don't understand, bro. That shit pissed me off when I see
How do I
that
get
shit.
that shit? Oh, it's these little drinks?
Yeah.
I got no mats.
You better drink that shit. You could
Oh,
drink
that's
it.
middle? I thought those was bricks. I'm dead.
To the wine.
They're gonna be everywhere on the map.
Not open like that.
It's welcome to be everywhere, Derek.
That jumping shit.
Dude, this shit is trash. What the fuck are we playing? Call of Duty?
Yeah, now I'm gonna get
That
on.
shit fucking trash,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. I don't know why they put that shit in there.
I'm uninstalling.
Even though you just bought that battle pass.
You saw what I was doing work though. If it weren't for that jumping shit, I would have won that game.
How you feeling? Give me your review.
I'm gonna need to check.
1 out of 3.
Damn.
I did buy an instrument though.
When is you starting your 30 days and shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet it in like an hour.
Okay.
What?
Bro, send me the shit right now, bro.
What? 30 day what?
Different shoes.
Oh.
Send me the
shit.
shit right now. The video.
I don't have it, Mike. I have to find it.
Bro, it's on the camera.
I have
What?
like 12 SD cards. I gotta find which one is
Of us with the shoes and shit? What does he want to see that for?
Thirsty.
No,
What are you finna do with the fuck? What are you finna do with this Johnny Cash?
I'm about to be. I already know like 3 songs.
Come on. Baby, baby.
I love you, bitch. Ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch.
What is that from?
That's
Lying? I did not know that.
Hey, say peace, everybody.
Cause I could have
Peace.
seen that shit on like fucking.
Say peace. Say peace.
PMP.
Say peace.
Peace.
Can you say it?
Peace, love, and happiness.
Okay, Logic.
Hey.
Porzingis again! That brought the crowd to their feet.